Let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm trying the new setup of doing the vertical live. So just trying to get situated here. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully I'm not the only early bird. We'll have somebody come on in and join me. But anyway, good morning, happy Saturday. I just thought I would try something different today. Always looking for stuff to keep myself entertained in between cruises, right? So spring is springing, and I have always wanted to try and grow some plants from seedlings. And so, as I'm sure a lot of you will see in the stores, um, or if you are already a gardener, now they have seeds in the store, so you can pick them up and try and get a little garden started. I'm hoping, although it might be a little bit too early for her, I'm hoping my good friend Keisha will be in this live. I know she was getting her garden ready as well, and we had talked about trying to do something together along those lines. I think she has a completely different, more professional setup than I will have, because I'm winging it, guys. I'm winging it. I have been saving some egg cartons, and like I said, I picked up some packs of seeds, and I already had some potting soil, so I'm gonna see if we can do something with this. Let's see, I have some carrots, seeds for carrots, for some lettuce, and for some cucumbers. So yes, I was definitely thinking salad. I was thinking salad when I was buying these seeds, and my hope is that I can at least get them to sprout to little seedling plants. And either I'm going to do container garden inside, or I will take them to my parents' house and add to their garden in the back. But anyway, right now I'm just sitting here with the egg cart, and I'm trying to punch holes in the bottom, and so that we'll be able to get some air flowing in there. And I had some trouble getting this live set up, so I hope that it is okay, and that you all could actually see and hear me, or that maybe I just don't have anybody joining just yet, which is totally fine. Um, whoop, don't move. That's the lesson. That's the first lesson. So anyway, is everybody excited for the weekend? Can't stop walking. How are you? Are you a gardener too? You might be able to give me some tips here as I'm trying to entertain myself in between cruises. You know how that goes. Um, like I said, I always wanted to try and grow some things, but I never really tried. But now seems like a good a time as any. It's actually supposed to be really warm here this weekend. Not that that should matter a whole lot. I am in Florida, and I don't have to worry about frost and starting growing anything too soon. But I just thought it feels like spring, and this feels like a springtime activity. So again, I'm just poking holes in the bottom of this carton, and um, gonna get some soil going in there. Hey, Carmelyn, how are you? Thanks so much for coming in. You're watching while you're at work. Okay, don't get in trouble, girl. But thanks for coming in, as I'm just trying to give myself a little gardening project. I'm gonna try and get some seeds started, and see if I can actually grow some cucumber plants, carrots, and lettuce. That's what I have. That's what I have. My next cruise is not until June, and although, you know, you're always getting ready for that, always getting ready for the next cruise, I am just trying to find another activity. Good morning, Kyle. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Hey, Marjorie. Good morning. What do you start? When do you start spring cleaning? Yeah, that's going on as well too. I don't. That's not a project I care to share with you guys. But that is going on too, Marjorie. Do you have a set schedule on your spring cleaning? I did pull. I have have some closets that need to be rearranged so that the doors close properly. So that is also on the agenda for today, actually. I don't want to be indoors all day because it is supposed to be warm temperatures, some sunny skies here today in the 80s. So I want to get some of these things started and then get out and about. What's your big spring clean project or spring project in general? So anyway, I'm not cruising until June, and then June, July, and then October. So I just wanted to find another little activity. I don't know if gardening is going to be my thing, honestly. But I thought, let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl. So that's what I'm doing. Sorry, as I'm poking holes into this carton, I do not want to stab myself. So that's why I'm pausing to make sure I'm poking the carton, not myself. So as I was thinking about this, you know how on some of the cruise ships, especially Royal Caribbean, they have the Central Park, and they have the the live trees and plants on there. I was wondering if any of the cruise ships, because there's so much food that they need in supply for those trips. I was wondering if any of them have started gardens on the ships, if they're doing anything with the like hydroponics kind of stuff, or if there's even room for them to grow some kind of container gardens on board to kind of, I don't want to say supplement, because I can't imagine that they could grow enough, excuse me, for all of the things that they need. But it could be an interesting project. You know how we like to get sort of behind the scenes tours on the ships? Would you tour a behind the scenes ship garden? Or would that be interested to you? Would you rather just see them loading up with the supply trucks from the land to the shore suppliers, not trusting anything that they grow on board? What do we think? I know Carmen's working. You guys, is this too early for you? I am generally an early bird, so just got up and got started here. Okay, just a couple more holes to go. Again, I've never done this before, so I'm not really sure if I will be successful with these seeds, but I am going to give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, I have 2 cartons. Well, I have 3. I'm just gonna go ahead and poke the holes in the third one. I don't know that I'm really gonna have that many seeds to distribute, but I guess better to get these ready and then not need them. So I was looking online to see if there is any, if there are any ships talking about doing anything like that, because the hydroponic stuff is not brand new, and I don't know if that's something that they've tested. Maybe it could just be stuff that they use at the chef's table, or those kind of specialty dining situations, that they would have, be like a, and we grew this fresh. I mean, that's ultimate farm to table situation. Marjorie say, do an inventory of all your spring and summer clothes in your closet to see if they still fit for your cruise. That's funny, Marjorie. Do you actually? You're in Florida too. Do you actually switch out your closet? I know when I lived in Pennsylvania, that was a big thing, to put your summer clothes away and pull your winter clothes out. There are definitely some things that I have set aside and haven't worn or looked at probably since my last cruise. But for the most part, I feel like that's in my closet year round, and I kind of already know. I kind of already know. And I don't know if I said that already, but my next cruise in June is to Alaska, and so I am pretty much concerned with having not a ton of clothes, but some long sleeve things so that I can layer if I need to, because I think it'll be a little chilly. It'll be a little chilly. Uh, Hello, Dengeti. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in and saying hello to everyone. I appreciate that. But Marjorie, is that what you're doing? Are you switching over your closet? Are you checking out what's good, what fits, what needs refresh? Okay, so I did go online. You guys know how I like to look for my articles. So I was trying to figure out if there are any cruise ships that are doing any kind of growing any kind of food, even just for salads or whatever, on board ship. And I came up with this article from Storylines, it's called, and it says world's first farm to table culinary experience at sea. I'm fine, dear Ramadan, here in my dear country. Greeting from Indonesia. Thank you so much. Well, I'm not too familiar with Ramadan, but I know it's a very special season for you all. So, again, thanks for coming in and sharing with us. Appreciate that. Um, so yeah, this article is talking about the world's first farm to table culinary experience at sea. Talk about fresh food. Storyline's private resident ship, to have the world's first onboard solar powered hydroponic gardens for farm to table, or ship to plate culinary experience. What do we think? Is that good? Is that intriguing? Do we like, huh? They're growing the food on the ship. Let me see this. Now I have this, I have some soil, some potting soil, and this is jungle growth, which is supposed to be good for um, planting seeds or plants. I have the organic, and I'm just filling up my little egg carton here with some potting soil, and then I'll try and figure out which seeds I'm gonna start with. What do we think, Marjorie? Does that interest you at all? Carmen, would you try some ship grown food? Not that we really question it anyway, because there's so much, like I said, that they have to supply for the cruises, and make sure they have enough for all the meals. So I'm not sure if they could do enough to make it noticeable or if it could be a help at all. But I do think it's kind of interesting, kind of an interesting concept. Oh, Nightbot is here. My angel, hey Marjorie, sister, I'm fine. um, Nightbot is on. I guess I have to give Nightbot a little update. I'm so happy that he's been behaving and working well. I have reached my 500 subscribers. Yay! So I need to keep going and try and make it to 1,000. Right now, I'm working on the watch hours. I'm a little over 2,500 and need to get to 3,000. So before I reach the partial monetization on YouTube. So I'm gonna keep going with that, and hopefully that won't be too much longer. And then I'll do some kind of celebration, some kind of halfway there party, some kind of live. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I definitely will celebrate it because I feel like it's an accomplishment. I'm having a lot of fun doing it, meeting a lot of great people, um, and it's like a first big milestone on YouTube. So I'm excited about that, and thank you guys for tuning in and helping me get there. um, okay, all right. So second tray now full with potting soil. You can see that. Oop. I was trying the new format. YouTube has been talking about doing this vertical um, mobile setup for the lives to see if that makes a difference. It's supposedly you will get more views because this will pop up in the short feed as well. I don't know. We'll see, but definitely trying to keep on going and meet new people and grow the channel. So we will give it a shot. That is what I'm trying to do. Okay, my last little carton here. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up as well. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Like I said, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 68 or so right now. Hey, Antoinette at Fun, good morning. How are you? Thanks for coming in. What's new? What's happening? What's exciting? I am sitting here trying to get um, some seedlings started. I wanted to see if I could start a little container garden for myself, basically a little springtime activity. Today is going to be pretty warm, in the 80s, which we actually haven't had in a while. So I wanted to, I feel like it's spring, and planting some seeds seems like a real good springtime activity. Um, Marjorie say they need to plant those seeds on those super big ships all the way at the top of the ship. Yeah, they're talking about solar panels, or this article is talking about onboard solar powered hydroponic gardens. So I would think that something would grow, a lot of something would grow really well. I don't know. You think the they would have to enclose it so that there's not seawater spray or salt spray getting in that and messing it up. I'm sure they can figure it out. I'm sure they could figure it out. So that would be interesting to see. Antoinette is cruising in 20 days. Whoop whoop. Where you going, Antoinette? What ship? Where you headed? Tell us, tell us, tell us. we love a good cruise countdown. OMG, hi. Hey Scott, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Yes, I decided to do a little pop-up live this morning. You know, I was saying, yeah, I'm excited because I made it to the 500 subscriber mark. Now I got to keep those watch hours going, and so I can have a little partial monetization party. I'm at about a little over 2,500 watch hours. Got to get to 3,000. But anyway, thought I would come on this morning and see what this the Saturday Live halfway to boot check. I don't. Yeah, I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something, Scott. I'll make it a little more festive. But in the meantime, I'm trying to see if I can start some seeds. If I can start some plants here. I have some seeds for cucumbers, lettuce, and carrots, and I had some egg cartons that I had been saving. So I just poked holes in those, filled them with some potting soil, some jungle growth potting soil, and now I'm gonna figure out how many seeds I need to put into each little thing. But it had me thinking as I was trying to decide if I was gonna see if I could grow something that I was curious about if they're doing any kind of growing of vegetables, produce on the cruise ships, because it seems like they would be able to. This article that I found is talking about solar paneled hydroponic gardens, so you could have a ship to plate experience. I think that would be kind of interesting. I think that would be one of those shipboard excursions that people would be interested in seeing about. So I know. Listen, you guys, I know I do not have a green thumb. I try. I love houseplants. But usually if I get to something that has to flower, forget it. It's done. But I am gonna try. I'm gonna try. Um, oh, Antoinette's going on the Elation to the Bahamas and Bimini. Awesome. I've never been to Bimini. Um, so you'll definitely have to tell us about it. But yeah, can't you picture that water right about now? Sure, it's gonna be beautiful. We're with you in spirit, Antoinette. We are with you in spirit. Marjorie saying hi to Scott. Dang, go, go, go. I love that. I got about 1,400 to go. You only have 500. I will be watching some Look Who's Cruising now today. Oh, thanks so much, Scott. I did make a playlist of all the videos. I feel like I have a lot of playlists on there, and there should be one for Look Who's Cruising now too. So yes, pick a playlist, run a playlist. That would be awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Michael the Realist is here. Good morning, good morning. Well, it really is early morning for you. Thanks for coming in. Hey, hello, and good morning to you. Rest of friends here live in the chat. Happy Saturday. Yes, happy Saturday. What is spring like in Arizona? I would think it's kind of similar to Florida in that it's warm. So or do you feel like you've been waiting for spring to sprung, spring to be springing, something like that. Marjorie's saying, bet these seeds will make your food taste better. I hope so. I hope so. Marjorie, you have been so super supportive on the Monday mood checks when I cook a little, and encouraging me to keep going with that. Let's see if we can actually grow something. I don't know. I don't know, Marjorie, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Okay, I guess I just picked up the pack of carrots, so I guess I will start with that. See, I'm not really sure how many seeds. Do I have any gardeners in here watching? I'm not really sure how many seeds to try and put in each little, let's see, in each little compartment here. Well, they're tiny. I mean, I knew they'd be tiny, but that is not going to show up. Can you see that? Um, it's one of my favorite times in March, April in Arizona. It's about 60 to 75-ish every day. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, and you guys know I've been kind of like it it it's been an interesting winter. I'm sure for lots of people around the country, but it's been an interesting winter to me in Florida. Not the typical. Normally we have a couple of weeks, I'd say, early January where it's cold and they're talking about, the citrus plants and deep freezes and stuff like that. I don't remember hearing that really too much, but there were a lot of just gray, um, not really warm, and not a lot of sun filled days, which is unusual for the sunshine state. So I'm ready for it to be spring. Like I said, it is supposed to be warm and sunny today. Right now it's pretty overcast. It's warm, about almost 70, but I'm ready for some sun. Um, I would love to see how you cook as a single man on a YouTube live. Do you cook? Do you cook, Scott? I used to do that all the time. Oh, what do you cook? What do you cook? Look at Marjorie trying to get a little collaboration going here. Scott, we could pick something to each try to cook on a Monday night. Okay, I really have no idea how many seeds here, so I'm just gonna try and sprinkle a couple in each little s- spot here. Uh, I also don't really have a green thumb. I planted cucumber and it sprouted, but most all the time they start dying on me. That's what I'm afraid of, Michael. That's what I'm afraid of. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. We're gonna try. Um, Definitely have not started it from seeds. I have, or my daughter likes to go to Lowe's. She loves looking at all the plants there. So I don't know. Maybe we will go and see what we can find that's already started and see if we can keep that alive. Oh, there's a lot of seeds in this one pack. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't even put enough. All right. So those are the carrots. Maybe I'll do more another tray of carrots at some point, but those are the carrots. I will water them and then probably cover them with some plastic wrap for a little bit to see if we can get them to germinate. Arizona is beautiful, Scott. Um, I've only been, I have been to Arizona, but I've been just through Flagstaff. Basically, I went to the Grand Canyon. I think we stayed overnight in Flagstaff. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like it's one of those places that you need more time to really explore. And I'd like to go to Sedona, um, see is that where they have the hot air, they have like a hot air balloon festival. I think that'd be really cool, really pretty. Um, so anyway, back to I'm always talking about cruising. Marjorie says yes, they could probably grow a lot of stuff up on one of the top decks of the ship. I think so too. I think it'd be an interesting thing. What else can you add to a sustainable ship to make it more like home? A fresh produce farm. That's what this article says. Storyline is the first ship to have a ship to plate food using the latest technology, hydroponic food production. I don't know what this ship is that they're talking about. if it has passengers or if this is totally just an experimental thing. This enables portions of the menu and indeed whole dishes to be grown right on board your cruise condo ship. Oh, it's some kind of cruise condo. Maybe this is one of those around the world type deals. Um, the benefits are better quality and better tasting food with a lower carbon footprint. We'll see, we'll see. I know I can't compete with that. This is just operation see if Alisa can grow something. I don't know. All right, what should I do next? Cucumber or lettuce? What do we think? Um, so 4 to 6 seeds. All right. Um, for about 3 years, my sister gave me a chia pet seeds all slid off from Sophia from the Garden Girl's head. I didn't think I didn't, do they still make the chia pets? I don't even know. I haven't seen that. I used to see those commercials all the time. But that's funny. Oh, these are the okay. This should not be a surprise to me, but it is kind of a surprise to me that there are what the cucumber seeds look like. They look like dried cucumber seeds, like you normally would see. But that kind of surprised me. Okay, there are not as many cucumber seeds in the pack. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, they actually look more like small pumpkin seeds. You know how you eat the pumpkin seeds, or maybe sunflower seeds as a little snack. But okay, anyway, here we go. Let's see if we can get those started. Yeah, no, I didn't know they still made chia pets. I know they started coming in all kinds of shapes, not just the little. What was the first one? It was some kind of animal, um, and then your garden was supposed to just grow. You have an instant topiary. So yeah, I was wondering, would we be interested in doing a behind the scenes of a garden on a ship? See what they grow, how they grow it. That could be kind of cool. I know the galley tours and everything are super interesting. I'm gonna go back and add. Come on, little seeds. We're gonna have faith in you that you're gonna turn into real live plants. my first, my first, my first real attempt to grow something here. All right, got the. I don't think you'll be able to see that, but got the cucumber seeds in there. Cover those up. Hopefully I have enough holes in there to aerate, and putting the seeds down deep enough. Cover it up. I'm not really like packing the soil. I don't know if that's right or not, but just kind of trying to cover the seeds. Again, any gardening tips I'm open to. I know, right? Now this time around on payday, I'm gonna try and plant herbs. I cannot keep those alive. I have no business trying to grow any food. Okay, we're just gonna just try. That's all you can do, Michael. Just try. We're gonna, This is the year 2024. This is the year of the successful herb garden for you. Good morning, Bud Files. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Okay. Tray of cucumbers. Let me put I'll put the pack on top so I can remember and label that. And then I have one more tray, and I guess I will try and start some lettuce, and then I'll go back and water everything. Um, so my cruisers, you guys know how much food is on a cruise ship. All the meals, whether you sit down in the main dining room or go to the buffets or one of the specialty things. Good morning, Life with Marlene. How are you? Thanks for coming in. And I think I've talked about that before, just like how much, the quantities of things that they have to supply the ship with. And I know, like, with the bigger ships coming online, I wonder, I would love to see like a comparison of how much more they do. Congratulations on your 500. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm happy and having a good time meeting all of you guys and just trying to keep the channel growing, and can't wait to get back on a cruise ship, and I'll have lots of things to show and talk about with that. In the meantime, we got friends heading out. I don't know if Antoinette is still in here, but she's on a 20-day countdown until her cruise to on the Carnival Elation to the Bahamas. You will keep growing. I'm just gonna keep on swimming. Thank you, Marlene. But anyway, yeah, I was just kind of curious with the bigger ships coming online, and it's more passengers and more more of everything. It's bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Not necessarily that bigger is better. People will enjoy the smaller ships too, but I'm just curious to see what that means for the cruise lines as far as how much they have to add to their supplies. Controversial Cruising saying hi to Life with Marlene. I'm going on a cruise later this year. Oh, awesome. Marlene, where are you going? What cruise or what cruise line? What ship? The plants and the channel. Thanks, Scott. Yes, let's see if we can get these plants to grow. Send some positive YouTube vibes that the plants will grow too. The Bahamas, yay! I love going to the Bahamas. I don't know what part of the country you live, Marlene, but it's fairly close to Florida, and we love going. It always surprises me though, even though we're relatively close, the difference in the views of the water is amazing. I was a former florist for 25 years in New York. No way. No way. That's so interesting, Scott. Did you actually grow things yourself, or did you have did you go and buy from suppliers and stuff? Oh, you live in Florida too, Marlene. Oh, awesome. So isn't it a big difference in the water? Now, if you go to the West Coast beaches, yes, it's prettier than the Atlantic side, but the waters of the Bahama do not compare, really. It's some good stuff. It's a good time. So enjoy your cruise. Take in all of that, the full Caribbean vibe, Okay, we got to hear about Scott's former life as a florist now. You're just sitting here watching me try to get these seeds to grow. You got tips? Did you grow stuff? Did you just get your live plants from suppliers. Anybody know? I have no idea how many lettuce seeds you would need. Um, it doesn't say. They're pretty small compared to the cucumber seeds. So I don't know. I don't know if that means more is more is better or not. I don't know. I think that's about three in a section there. I'm winging it, you guys. I'm winging it. All right, let me get the rest of these in here. Come on, let's grow some lettuce. Let's try and grow some lettuce. And then I'm gonna talk about the cruise ship supplies. Supplying those ships with enough food for everybody. Okay. I don't want to put too many, but I have these out here now. And then I will save, like I said, with the others, maybe I will try and do another carton, start another row of lettuce plants. Like I said, those are even smaller, so I'm not sure you'll be able to see that on screen. But I will cover this up. Do you guys like this new vertical format? Do you see any difference with it as far as what you watch and don't watch on YouTube? I don't know, but giving it a whirl. Okay, so I have these 3 cartons of seedlings now. I'm gonna go back and water them. And then when I get done here, I will cover them with some plastic wrap was the suggestion. Sorry guys. And see if I can get something to grow. I think I just made, oh, that was the lettuce. Put that there. And I will do an update video if there is one. If we successfully get something to sprout, I'm calling it a win. I'm gonna call it a win. I know the goal is to actually get full plants and full plants that produce something, but at this point, I'm gonna have to count baby steps as wins because I don't know. I'm just trying. Okay, so my other thing that I was reading about what this cruise ship supplies is from the Business Insider, and it's saying the world's largest cruise ship spends $1 million a week on groceries. $1 million. $1 million a week on groceries. Here's how 30,000 meals, a day are made to feed hungry passengers. Does that sound like a big number or no? More than 6,600 passengers can travel on Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas. Okay, and this article is from just February. From February, so I guess they don't have statistics yet on the Icon or even the Wonder. Those would be bigger, but Symphony of the Seas can hold 6,600 passengers. Some passengers eat up to 8 times per day, meaning kitchen staff need to prepare meals at all hours. I think that's true. At first I was like, 8 meals a day. We don't eat 8 meals a day on a cruise ship. We don't do that. But isn't that one of the benefits of being on a cruise? Is that you can eat as much as you want, as often as you want. So 8 meals a day probably sounds about right. Yeah, you can have your morning snack, your breakfast, your mid-morning snack, and lunch. Keep going, keep it going, and end up with some a midnight or after hours snack. Keep going to build up to those 8 meals per day, or 8 times a day. I yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Michael's saying I should try and replant some weeds. No, if I fail at getting weeds to grow, then I'm done. Well, to be fair, I mean, don't we think the weeds have minds of their own? I mean, we try not to get them to grow, but they keep popping up. So I don't know. I don't know. Don't count on the weeds. Don't count on the weeds, Michael. um, so does eating 8 times a day on a ship sound like too much, or sound about right to you guys? Um, the cruise ship produces roughly 30,000 meals per day. Okay, again, it's a lot of people and a lot of food. So the world's largest cruise ship shells out more than 30,000 meals a day and over 6,600 passengers who board each week. Passengers aboard Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas ship may eat anywhere. Oh, I just read that, up to 8 times a day, giving the staffs a hefty load of food options to produce. I just want to see if it says some people start to work at 8 o'clock in the morning all the way up to 2 o'clock. Take a break, come back at 5, feeding by 9:30 p.m. Then another group start work at 10 o'clock p.m. all the way to 10 o'clock in the morning. So we cover day and night production. Wow. I mean, I guess we know that there must be people working all these different shifts and cooking all the time so they can keep the food coming, but that's a lot. Yes, but at the end of growing weeds, I'll be gifted little flowers. Well, there you go. And it's spring. So we like little yellow flowers. I just wanted to see if they were talking about the breakdown of like how much they actually buy for that $1 million. What do they supply? Oh, it doesn't. I don't think this one gives it. But $1 million worth of food for 1 week of a cruise. I wanted to know what that bought. How many pounds of flour, how many pounds of tomatoes or bananas or whatever. So this article doesn't give that, but I was just curious. I thought that would be fun facts. Well, anyway, that is what I'm doing this spring time. This is my springtime adventure. Let's see if I can get some seeds to grow. See if I can get some cucumber, some lettuce, and carrots to grow. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I don't know if Scott of Controversial Cruising is still here. Maybe he might be working too. You guys are busy and just listening, which is totally fine. I appreciate that. But I definitely want to know about this being a former florist for 25 years. Is Arizona one of the a state like Florida where people come from all over? They move from all over. Um, I don't know. Marjorie and Marlene might be natives, but um, there's a lot of people who move here, of course, because of the weather and all of that. And I feel like Arizona might be a similar state where people are trying to escape the harsh winters and just have a more moderate climate. So, except for Michael, everybody's probably able to get gardens to grow more year round like we do here. Um, I don't know. I don't know why I have not been successful, but we'll see. We'll keep it going. We'll keep trying. So what else do you guys got going on? We know we got a couple cruises coming up. Anybody else have any uh, travel plans going? I know I guess it was 2 weeks ago now. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I'm friends with and follow some channels, Edna's World, Life with V, Alan Family Adventures, Evolving with Etta. There was a whole group of them. A whole group of them. They got together and did a meetup in Delaware where Edna from Edna's World lives. It was her birthday, and they did a meetup in Delaware, and people were basically coming from all over just to hang out and have some fun together on the weekend. There weren't like elaborate things that they were doing, but they had a good time just hanging out, cutting up and playing games and going to, I think they went bowling and went to the mall, went to the local casino and just had a good time. So that was a big group thing that was going on. And then I guess was that just last week? There was another big group of YouTubers that went to Helen, Georgia, for the meetup there. I think that's hosted by Darian. I can't think of the whole channel name. Magnificent. If anybody knows Magnificent something, Darian. I know he travels a lot to Germany, and they have this meetup that they do, I believe, every year now. I've been doing it for a few years in Helen, Georgia, and the town looks so pretty, but it looks like a replication of an old European city. And I'm not sure how the weather was, but I know there were a lot of people there, and they seemed to have all had a really good time. Those are the two sort of YouTuber meetups that I know about. I think there was something else with a group of homesteaders maybe a week or two ago. So I think it's fun that they do that. Would you ever do a cooking collab video with another ship cruisers channel? I think that yeah, they'll be super cool. Yeah, I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't thought about it. I mean, Marjorie's always making comments about the food. I think Marjorie can cook. I think Marjorie is a great cook, and she might be willing to do that. Maybe I can get Scott from Controversial Cruising to do that. That was a good suggestion that she had a little bit earlier, actually, about what a single guy cooks. Or I don't know. I don't know if he answered. He might be a takeout kind of person, not cooking a lot at home. I don't know. So that could be something to try here later on. I don't even know what I'm gonna cook most of the time, Michael. It's kind of I just kind of wing it, which is really funny because that's not my normal personality. but it is for YouTube. It's like, just try it. What's the worst that can happen? It turns out terrible. Oh well, try something else. Um, but it is actually time for me to cook something else for on a Monday mood check. Like I said, I'm still in my getting ready for Alaska mode, and I've still been watching all of um, those. Well, not all of them, but I watch a lot of Alaska channels, and they have been talking about this false spring that they're experiencing right now. They're having milder temperatures too, like milder in the 40s. In the 40s, and they're walking around with, lighter jackets or no jacket because it feels so nice to them. But apparently it's too early for spring to really spring in Alaska, and they call this period the fall spring because they're likely to have more cold and more snow again soon. So anyway, all that to say is that they are talking about getting ready so they will be able to plant summer gardens too, but they have to obviously take more steps and grow more things indoors, so that it'll be ready to go in the ground when all the snow does melt and the temperature really does warm up. But I think it's really interesting watching them. Right now, I'm watching This Alaska Life, Summers in Alaska, and um, there's another channel, um, Life in Alaska, I think it's called. Um, anyway, I just think it's so interesting. It's maybe people say that about Florida too, where they couldn't live there because of the heat. I couldn't live in Alaska, I don't think, because of the cold. Those were some extreme temperatures. But if you're born and raised there, that's what you know and you're used to, and you love it if you stay there. But interesting, very interesting. So if they can go through all of that to try and grow some home gardens in Alaska, surely I can I can encourage these little seeds to actually pop up and turn into something. That would be super cool if I could make a salad after all of this. I got some lettuce, I got some cucumber, I got some carrots. I don't think I'm gonna try tomatoes. I would need to get a tomato plant. I think the tomato plants are kind of temperamental anyway. I don't think I wanna try starting those from scratch. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe some uh, tomato seeds will be the trick. That would be the thing to break the rule for me, and be like, what was I worried about? This is no problem. I can grow them absolutely. I can grow that no problem. Oops. I don't know what else is popping up there. Well, I hope you guys have a good day today, a good weekend. Happy spring. I can't believe it's already, Easter time. So wait, yeah, it's already going to be Easter time. I saw, there's of course a ton of stuff in the stores for that, but then Palm Sunday and then Easter Sunday. Um, Time is flying. I still feel like it's, the end of 2023. I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. It's spring is here, and summer is not far behind. So we are well into 2024. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, a good weekend. I hope you have nice warm weather wherever you are. I'm really excited about the possibility of seeing some sun here today. Like I said, right now it's still kind of overcast. I know it's still kind of early. Um, but it's still cloudy, overcast. So I hope this is gonna burn off and make way for the sun and just have a chance to get out and about and enjoy that. I'm gonna put my little trays of seedlings away, and then I have to, do some normal chores, and maybe by the time that is all done, the sun will be out strong, and I will definitely want to get out and about to enjoy that. So whatever you guys are doing, enjoy the weekend. And I will be back actually tomorrow for a Look Who's Cruising Now. That's tomorrow at 4 Eastern. Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock Central Time. And if you guys can come on in, join us for another fun cruise chat with some cruise friends, that would be awesome. And then Monday, I am doing my normal Monday mood check at 7 p.m. And I don't want to promise on the cooking, but I might be cooking. So that's always fun. I had some trouble with getting my shorts posted this week, so I'm gonna try again and get those posted for the coming week to keep those rolling along. So if you guys haven't already, if you could give this video a thumbs up, if you're able to share it out, please do. I have reached my 500, but I want to keep going, want to keep the channel growing, and keep those watch hours building up so that I can reach that magical 3,000 watch hours towards the partial monetization. So thank you for your help with that. And like I said, if you can, come back tomorrow for Look Who's Cruising Now. I will see you all later. Have a good Saturday, a great weekend. Thank you. Bye, everybody.